My name is Elaine Foster, a 42-year-old single mother living in Manchester. Life hasn't been easy since my husband passed away 5 years ago, leaving me to raise our son Brandon alone. Brandon was just 13 then. Now he's 18, tall, quiet, and mostly keeps to himself. He never really talked to me about girls or his personal life, and I didn't push him. I respected his space, even though deep down I always wondered if he was okay, if he felt safe enough to open up to me. One night, around 11 p.m., I was in the kitchen washing dishes when I heard a knock at my bedroom door. It was Brandon. His face was pale, his hands were fidgeting. "Can I talk to you?" he asked quietly. "Of course," I replied, drying my hands. "Everything okay?" He sat down on the edge of my bed, avoiding eye contact. "Mum, I need help. It's about something personal. It's my first time." I froze. The way he said it, hesitant, serious, made my heart skip. For a moment, I didn't know what to think. Was he in trouble? Was someone pressuring him? My motherly instincts kicked in instantly. I sat beside him. "Brandon, you can talk to me about anything. Don't be scared." He took a deep breath. "There's this girl, Natalie. We've been talking for months. She invited me over tomorrow. She wants us to. He couldn't even say the word. I smiled gently, trying to ease his nerves. "And you're not sure what to do?" He nodded. "I'm scared I'll mess up. I don't want to hurt her. I don't know what's normal." For a moment, I was speechless. No parent expects their son to ask for advice like this. But I reminded myself he trusted me. That mattered more than anything. So I did what I never thought I'd do. I gave him a detailed, respectful, and mature conversation about respect, consent, hygiene, safety, emotional readiness, everything. I didn't shy away. I spoke like someone he could confide in, not judge him. But just when I thought the moment had passed, things took a dark turn. The next evening, Brandon didn't come home. I called. No answer. Hours passed. Finally, at 2 a.m., I got a call from an unknown number. It was a police officer. "Mrs. Foster, your son is with us. We need you to come down to the station." My heart stopped. When I arrived, Brandon was sitting in a room with tear-streaked eyes. The officer pulled me aside. "Your son was set up," he said. "The girl he went to see, Natalie, wasn't real. It was a trap. A gang was using her photos to lure young boys, rob them, sometimes worse. We caught them before anything happened, but it was close." I felt the floor vanish beneath my feet. Back home, Brandon broke down in my arms. He kept blaming himself. "It's okay," I whispered, holding his face. "You were brave enough to ask for help. That's more than most do." We grew stronger from that night. I saw a different side of my son, and he saw a different side of me. It wasn't about what I did that night, but what we became after. A mother and son who trusted each other unconditionally. And now, whenever he needs help, he never hesitates to ask. After that horrifying night at the police station, Brandon wasn't the same. He barely spoke, barely smiled. I could see the shame in his eyes every time he looked at me, even though I had told him over and over. It wasn't his fault. I tried everything. Cooked his favorite meals, watched old movies with him, even offered to take him on a short holiday. But nothing worked. Brandon had retreated into a shell I couldn't break through. Then one morning, I found something strange. Tucked under my bedroom door was a note, handwritten and folded neatly. It simply said, "Mom, thank you for everything. I'm going away for a few days. Please don't look for me." Panic surged through me. My heart pounded so loud it felt like thunder in my chest. I called his friends. No one knew anything. I called the police. They filed a missing persons report. Hours passed, then days. And still, nothing. I barely slept. I couldn't eat. My world had fallen apart. Then, on the fifth night, I received a text message from an unknown number. "If you want your son back, come alone. Don't tell the police." Attached was a photo of Brandon, tied to a chair, bruised, terrified. My knees buckled. They had him. And this time it was real. I had no choice. I drove to the location they sent, An abandoned warehouse outside town. I wasn't thinking straight. I just wanted my son back. Inside, the place was silent. Cold. My footsteps echoed like gunshots. Then, out of the shadows, a man appeared. You must be the mum, he smirked. Strong woman. I like that. Where's my son? I snapped, my hands trembling. He laughed. You know, your boy messed with the wrong people. But maybe we can work something out. And then it happened. From behind him, Brandon burst out, breaking free from the chair he'd been tied to, his hands still half-bound, but his spirit unbroken. He lunged at the man with everything he had, knocking him to the ground. I grabbed a nearby pipe and swung it with all the strength I had. We fought together. When the police finally arrived, called secretly by a GPS tracker I'd hidden in my coat, they found the two of us sitting on the warehouse floor, exhausted, bruised but alive. Brandon looked at me with tears in his eyes. Mum, I thought I was weak. But tonight, I fought because of you. I held his face. You're not weak. You're my son. And you are stronger than you'll ever know. The truth behind it all. Later, the police uncovered everything. The gang that had lured Brandon the first time had been watching him, waiting to strike again. That fake girl was only part of a larger web. Brandon, without telling me, had been helping the authorities track them by acting like he was falling for another trap. But he was caught. He risked everything because he wanted to protect other boys from the same fate. I never knew how brave my son truly was. Until that night. And now, every time I see him, I don't just see my boy. I see a survivor. A fighter. And I know I would do it all again to save him.